I'm in the world's shallowest boat ramp. Beautiful spot, right next to the caravan park. And she is shallow here. Be a nice spot to come and stay for a week or so and just fish. Use it as a base. Epic. Welcome to Ozfish. Dave here. Let's get some. I'm out in beautiful Lake Macquarie today. Haven't fished in Lake Macquarie in about 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I've kind of been down a rabbit hole the last month, doing a lot of outside snapper fishing. It's been fun. But I do love fishing in Lake Macquarie. So what I want to do first is just see if I can get a bag limit of squid. I'm not sure whether there's any squid around. I haven't tried to catch any squid this season, but we're in December now, so we've just come off a new moon on Saturday. So hopefully there should be a few squid around, I hope. I'll just move around a little bit. I'm just going to start off with a really super basic, just Patonoster rig. And super cheap. These are my super cheap squid fishing outfits. You don't really need expensive gear to catch squid, just rigged on mono. So when I'm fishing these, I actually like to yo-yo them. Use 2 rods at a time, have 2 other rods just out drifting, and kind of like yo-yo them. So I'll kind of just sort of just gently lift them up and down, give them a bit of movement. Slight bit of wind from the west-northwest this morning, which is good because you need a little bit of movement when you're using Patonoster rigs. You don't want it really calm, you want to be actually covering ground. So the squid do mooch over huge areas out here. And I'll just sort of like drift around, just try different lines, see whether they're laying wide on the day or whether they're actually in close or whether they're a little bit south or a little bit north. And I'll just give it 20 minutes here. That should be enough just to see if there's any squid here, and if not, I'll just keep moving a little bit south. No, I've had 2 big drifts through there, and yeah, no squid there, not in this spot. Nobody out squid fishing either, so that's always sort of like a bit of a bad sign. So I'll keep going south a little bit, try a few other spots. These may be really cheap outfits, rods and reels, but yeah, I don't skimp on the quality of my jig. I'm using Yamashita squid jigs, which are really good. Just mixing the size up a little bit on them, but yeah, they catch really well. So cheap rods and reels, but pretty good quality squid jigs. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I went to wind that rod in and got a squid. Whoa! Not a bad size one. No followers with him. Drop that rod down for a sec. One squid on the drift. Not a bad option when you're lure fishing. I'm just stopped to have a bit of lunch, so Just had me Patonoster rig out, drifting along. About really wide, just out in the middle of nowhere. Squid are just kind of all over the shop. Yeah, with a tiny little jig, I'm just like flicking my rod, and then I keep clicking the bail arm over, letting it sort of sink back down in the water column, because particularly when I'm drifting with it this way. Trying to work out whether the squid are actually laying a little wider or whether they're laying just a little bit closer in. Patonoster rigs work best when you add a little bit wider, you know, that 30, 25 feet mark. The little squid jig works really good in all depths, particularly right up in the shallows. That braid out. Squidding today. I really want some squid for the beach, for Jew fishing. $10 will do me, $20 would be better. Takes about 10 squid I use for a session when I'm dewing. I usually won't deploy my squid until, you know, half an hour before dark, then into the dark just to save them. I don't want to use them too early in the day. Good. Squid on the Patonoster rig. Just hanging onto his candle. Wow, nice size for jewfish. Wasn't a little bit closer that squid. It's been super tough fishing today. I always love this little rig when I'm squid fishing. Yeah, a little tiny Yamashita like squid jig on a clip down to a bead, and a little tiny sinker with a stopper knot on it. Keeps it nice and compact. And I like to flick that out when I'm dragging my Patonosters, and I've caught a lot of squid over the years just flicking that tiny little one. It's really important to take note of when you catch a squid what depth they're in. Sometimes they're sort of laying in these specific depths, but you may see what happens. Here's a little squid. Check me depth. Yeah, works really good on the squid. They're not thick, you just got to grind at them. There's the squid. Just going to wind them super slow. cheese. They're not, you really got to grind on them. These are pretty shallow. Liking the pink today. Go lucky. Got lucky, got a double. Man, that was a tough day squid fishing. Just very few squid around. I need about 8 or 10 squid for a good session on the beach for dew fishing. So anyway, let's see how I did. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squid. That's shocking. And 11 squid, the best I could do. Bit of a mixed size as well. I'll have to make up a few different size. I'll have to make up a few different hook rigs to match those jewfish. But yeah, anyway, better than nothing. All right, until next time, this is Dave signing off. Always remember, let's get some.